Hello, before warning, I guess, there's gonna be spoilers for Danganronpa version 3 in the gameplay. Um, you'll understand if you know what I'm talking about and why I did it. If you don't, then I just advise you leave the video as soon as possible. Um, there's no real other option except from me playing the main game, but that just makes me sad. So, yeah. Hope you enjoy and hope you have a nice day. Yuri. This video will contain spoilers for Danganronpa 1, 2, and version 3. If you have somehow not played the games yet and care about spoilers, you should really get on that as soon as possible. This video was made just for fun, and if you want to suggest any improvements, please do. I want to improve as much as possible. Danganronpa is a game about teenagers trapped in a school, and the only way they can get out is by killing each other and getting away with it. With characters as likable as they are, it's interesting to wonder what would happen if one were to live until the end that didn't live in the main game, and that's what this video is about. Today we shall be wondering what would happen if Chihiro Fugisaki, the ultimate programmer and the ultimate cinnamon roll, survive until the end. Despite that being a complete violation of common sense, although Yasuhiro Hagure did live until the end. Chihiro is my favorite character, and I want to think, what if he survived? I want to keep the game as closest to the original as possible, although I will throw some of my ideas in here just for fun. And let's make Chihiro the main character, because that's gonna make it better. So let's do it to it! Also, if you didn't know Chihiro was a guy, you did not read the warning yet, dingus. Gameplay would be the same as the third game, since that's pretty much the game that has the best mechanics, although I would give it the controls as the first two games on PC. This means Handman Gabi would be version 3, Bullet Battle thing would be having unique artwork, Rebuttal Showdown would be a sword fight, and you can agree with others and liners in there as well. No mind though, I do not like that very much. Chihiro will start out with 3 influence and stern focus, a reference to how he plays in Despair Dungeon. I have an idea for logic dice with this as well. Logic Bounded, where Chihiro either rolls, bobsleds, or snowbounds, either one works, down a hill to collect words in order to answer the question, but the hill doesn't go on forever, so after a while you'll be forced to answer the question, even if you haven't completed it yet. Just something silly I came up with. Also, Chihiro should be able to use his programming abilities, right? That's why I came up with a new invention. Have you ever had trouble saying something is logically impossible? Well, now you don't have to worry with you can name it. Basically what this program does is make a hologram of the school and does calculations whether or not something is possible. For example, in chapter 3 it would be used to see if Robo Justice could carry Hifumi up to the 3rd floor after he died in the nurse's office, using his weight and stuff as calculations. He can also show the hologram of school's hall or just a certain room. This allows everyone to see things from a different angle of things. I don't know if it'd be useful, but it'd be cool at least, right? Now let's get on to the changes of the plot. Not much changes in the first chapter, except it's going to be from Chihiro's perspective as he's the main character now. I was thinking he'd be the second person to see the body, as it just makes a lot more sense to me than having been alerted by the body discovery announcement, at least from a gameplay perspective. No boy, chapter 2 is gonna suck, because this is the part where he normally dies, and I'm sad now. But this time he's not going to die, so that's good. But we do have to kill someone else, so I'm choosing Kayotaka, as I can make that work, even though I like him. First of all, we need to change the circumstances of the murder. Obviously we need a new victim, and we're gonna have to change a few things so it makes sense that Taka dies instead of Chihiro. First of all, we're going to have it so that the time of death is changed from 2 AM, which makes no sense since Celeste last saw him going out of the warehouse at freaking past midnight. Good God, that makes no sense. He was doing nothing for 4 hours and then died. Whatever, Taka's going to die at 9:30 now, since he wouldn't logically be up at 2 AM. He's a stickler for the rules and we won't want to change that. We're gonna have to think up some way that Chihiro won't be there though. So then 1, a murder can happen, and 2, he isn't murdered. So we are going to have to revise the night of the murder. Earlier in the day, the Blacking got a note asking them to meet up in the boys' locker room. The help was getting stronger at 9 PM. This happens today because the secrets are going to be shown off and Chihiro wants to use it to help grow stronger. At 8 PM, however, Makoto asks Chihiro if he wants to talk about something Danganronpa. Chihiro, not realizing that something is going to happen tonight, agrees. Meanwhile, the Blacken goes to the boys' locker room earlier at around 8:30 PM, just in case she was trapped, which turned out not to be. They put on their workout uniform this time. He knows Sakura have been in the pool this time and won't get out until after the murder has occurred. Kayataka at this time is looking for the Blacken, hoping to get everyone to share their secrets. He sees Celeste and she tells him he headed off to the boys' locker room. This happens at 9 PM. Taka goes to the locker room a few minutes later. The two end up working out together, and Taka tries to get Mondo to help reveal his secrets, and he'll try to say something along the lines of, "Listen to me! Monokuma wants to use the secret motive to tear us apart and make us weak. However, as my bro, I can surely trust you to help strengthen our bonds with everyone else and make Hope's Peak truly strong. Yes?" This will get the Blacken to become berserk and in a bit of rage hit Taka on the head with a dumbbell. Now unsaddened, Taka's dead. The girls in the pool hear something colliding in the boys' locker room, but assume it's nothing major, realizing that even if it was, they would get killed for going in there. The Blacken, realizing what they did, remove their workout uniform and put on their normal clothes, although they don't move for a while due to his grief. All this happens at around 9:30 PM. The girls leave the pool and the workout area from 9:45 to 9:55. Nighttime hits and Chihiro, realizing he's an hour late, says goodbye to Makoto and rushes over to the warehouse to get his workout uniform, where Celeste is found. A similar scene happens to the main game and Chihiro runs off. The culprit leaves boys' locker room in a panic, and the waiter by Taka notices something's up, and he goes in there to find Taka's corpse. Seeing like screwing everything up, he decides to change Taka's corpse around a bit. He moves the body from the locker room to the pool and makes the corpse similar to how it was in the game with the cable and a hanging strap. Meanwhile, Chihiro notices the Blacken walking back to the doors and realizes that's not going to go back there tonight. So he decides to head down and simply do it a day out. After Bayataka finishes up the crime scene, he heads to bed, finishing the night of the crime. And the one who murdered Kayataka Ishimaru, the ultimate royal compress, is Mondo Owada, the ultimate gang leader. I just really want to do that. Now that we've got the night of the crime sorted out, what we need to do is change around the truth bullets. So here's the one in the previous version of this case. Now we're going to make some new truth bullets and change them around a little bit. Monokuma File 2 shall be changed to say that now Kayataka is dead and the time of death is 9:30 PM. Hina's Sakura's account shall be changed to this. Sakura and Hiro were in the pool during the time of death, but there was no body that is dead there, although they did hear the sound of something hard colliding with something else. Mondo's account shall be changed to this. Kayataka was with Mondo for the most part in the last few days, although he never wanted to go exercise. The size of the dead body will be kept pretty much the same, except it's now Kayataka and it's in the pool area. We'll also change Celeste's account to Kayataka's last known location, which shall go as the last time Taka was seen alive by Celeste was at 9 PM, where he was seen heading off to the boys' locker room. This is the last time anyone saw him. The following two bullets shall become combined and changed a bit. 10 and 11, which is the boys' locker room, carpet, and the swap posters, respectively, will become now changes in the boys' locker room. The poster, what was there, and the carpet have both disappeared. The ones that shall be removed are Chihiro's e-handbook card and disappearing stain. Now we'll get into the more fun part. Making new truth bullets. The first one we'll see is training note. There is a note saying to meet at 9 PM in his pocket. It's mine, but why is it here? And it single-handedly proves to me who did it. The next one shall be the outline of the pool. This is about the pool. And lastly, Makoto's account. Chihiro and I were together in the cafeteria from 8 PM until night time. Now that I've got all the truth bullets out of the way, the main issue that I'd had with this case, and I think other people would have, it'd be very easy for Chihiro to just say, the note was mine, I have an airtight alibi, and I gave it to Mondo. However, I don't think he'd want to give his gender away during a class trial, and I know it would be obvious that Mondo did it anyway, but this is mode where it would be played after the main game, hopefully, so I don't see much of a problem here, besides about writing mysteries. Anyway, the trial goes pretty normally. Genocide Jack is shown to be Toko, Kayataka is innocent, and Mondo is the perp. However, remember when Chihiro reacted to Leon's death and he was very sad about it? And he felt that he had sent him to his death? Well, what would happen if he he was indirectly behind another death and had to send that perpetrator to his death. Let's just say his early death may have been a mercy. During this, his gender's gonna get revealed and Mondo will die anyway. However, Mondo will give Chihiro a speech before he dies telling him to keep growing his strength. Chihiro is going to be stuck in a hero blue screen of death as the chapter ends. On to chapter 3. So after we've changed history enough to swap a victim, we're going to go back in time to flashback land. Basically what this scene is going to do is show off that Chihiro put Alter Ego in the bathhouse due to a lack of cameras and puts him in their locker to keep him safe. This is 2 nights before the murder. Just make this known by saying, there's gonna be another motive tomorrow. I hope no one else has to die though. Chihiro, you think it's your doom solved. Anyway, after everything that happened, first day continues as it does in the original. Sans Kayotake. Because Chihiro is still slightly upset about what happened in chapter 2, so he's gonna be cooped up in this room for a bit. Not for long though. So in the morning, we're gonna get text box saying, the morning announcement came on, but my body feels too heavy to move. The doorbell will ring, but it'll look dark. Later in the day, he's gonna get up and say something like this. No, I can't lay here. I have to become stronger. Not just for myself, but for Taka and Mondo. Besides, they'd probably be yelling at me for sleeping in. So now, in the gameplay aspect, you'll still have 2 free time beds per day. But after the first one, Chihiro will go train, and then you'll spawn outside the boys' locker room to show that he's out to training. Just a cute little touch I thought of that. He still doesn't know that people know about Alter Ego yet though. The next day has him going to train after the first free time session. However, the recipient seems to be nervous and they try to hide it but fail. Chihiro notices but decides not to question it as he feels they still may be upset with him and that's why they're nervous. However, when he comes out of training, he's greeted by Makoto and he suggests relaxing in the hot tub, as he hears Sakura can say that can help with relaxing after training. So they do so, and Makoto and Chihiro have a nice heart-to-heart about themselves, and Makoto helps Chihiro feel better. But he does also tell him that nearly everyone knows about Alter Ego now. The rest of the chapter continues as per normal, but with Chihiro there instead and gets a bit of a bunch of character development, sans the Kayotake/Kaigondo subplot, which doesn't really get resolved in any satisfying way anyway, so this isn't a problem. Until the murder. We could also get some character development with Yufumi as well, make his affection to Alter Ego more than just a joke and make him a tiny bit more likable. Just saying. Also, a bit of information before we get to the murder. Chihiro is banned from being near Alter Ego until the last work is done, and Kyoto is worried that Chihiro might break their cover and tells Ego not to respond to Chihiro just in case. This is why Chihiro can't go looking for Alter Ego by himself. Anyway, on to the murder! The night and day of the murder begins with Celeste putting Alter Ego in another locker and taking the key for herself. Then she goes to Hifumi and tells her that Yasuhiro attacked her, and might have wanted to do bad things to her. Hifumi, now enraged, wants to kill Hiro, and so the 2 of them come up with a plan to kill 2 people and then blame one of them. What Celeste does is tells him that Chihiro will go to the rec room at 2 AM. This is because Celeste is using Alter Ego as blackmail for Chihiro. So when Chihiro arrives, the 2 chloroform him and put him into a smaller version of the Robo Justice arm from the main game, a size that can only fit him. They take pictures of Robo Justice and Hifumi and then they stuff the small Robo body to the locker. Justice for small Robo Justice, cause this is robophobic! Anyway, they lure Yasuhiro to the physics bathroom room and kill him. Then the plan goes similar to how it does in the main game. Hifumi's supposedly dead body is found at the same time as Yasuhiro's body, and then they're both moved to the back room where they are both dead and dead. Hifumi does say that Yasuhiro killed him, which makes for an interesting mystery now. Meanwhile, Kyoto finds Chihiro stuck in a locker, unconscious and trapped in a Robo Justice suit, making him the prime culprit. However, Kyoto, Kigiri, decides to investigate with him. So then the 2 of them can help out in the trial and Chihiro can defend himself. This is when we find some very important evidence. Kayotake's watch is on Yasuhiro's wrist, obscured by his sleeves. This is what is used to decide the order of the death once and for all. So then the trial is similar to what happens in the first trial in the first game. Basically now, the player character is under suspicion and has to defend themselves, which I think is pretty cool. Anyway, the trial continues as per normal. Hifumi is revealed to be Yasuhiro's killer, and Celeste is revealed to be Tako Yasuhiro, who killed Hifumi. The end! Okay, like I said, I'm pretty bad at writing mysteries. Sorry about that. Thankfully, the truth bullet list for this one is so much easier than the last. So let's go on with that. First of all, Monokumi File 3 shall be changed to reflect that Yasuhiro died instead of Kayataka. Secondly, Yasuhiro's account will be replaced with Chihiro's account. And we have a broken wrist rock which belongs to Yasuhiro now. But if we wanted, we could make the wrist rock not broken, and Chihiro might have to lie to say it is broken, to say the hero died first or something. I don't know. Unless we got a new truth bullet. Blackmail message. This will be a message saying, I have taken alter ego. If you want him back, come back to the restroom at 2 p.m. Don't tell anyone else, otherwise I'll destroy him. I shouldn't have taken the bait. Anyway, the chapter ends with alter ego be safe and sound, and that's good. Also, kind of funny, in the prologue, Chihiro is introduced with light green, meanwhile Yasuhiro is introduced with dark green. Kind of funny how we're replacing Yasuhiro with Chihiro, replacing one green with another green. And light green's better than dark green, okay? Okay.
Chapter 4. Chihiro appears on this chapter's intro image despite being dead, although it's more likely a reference to alter ego than anything else. But now Chihiro's not dead, and he's not going to die because I don't want that very much. So anyway, the chapter's gonna go as per usual when Sakura is shown to be the traitor. This causes tension to creep in the group, so I was wondering, how would Chihiro act in this situation? I think he'd be a little scared of her now, but since she's their friend, he'd forgive her. But we've got to take account of the ego. So I think he would be nervous but want to talk about it anyway, and as soon as he gets the confirmation that Sakura didn't tell Monokuma about all the ego, he'd be happy and trustworthy. But that's just what I think. But we're going to make this happen a little later. Anyway, chapter continues as per normal until the day of murder. After Hino and Toko's fight, Chihiro and Makoto take the former to the nurse's office where Sakura appears and wants to begin her plan of apologizing to everyone that doesn't trust her. In this case, it's by attacking Toko and Chihiro. At the same time, Makoto and Kagiri agree to take alter ego into the secret room. However, Chihiro doesn't realize this until later. Toko gets there first and hides inside the locker. And then Sakura and Chihiro get here. The two talk and reconcile, and Chihiro apologizes against suspicion of them, and Sakura will give some words of encouragement and tells him that alter ego is safe, and that's what we call dramatic irony, kids. Anyway, Chihiro leaves in a more upbeat mood and decides to go train. However, he sees Kagiri waiting for Makoto outside the boys' bathroom, and while he doesn't see the latter, he puts two and two together and decides to check it out later, although he's not going to get the chance. Meanwhile, Toko is still pretty terrified of Sakura. When Sakura opens the locker door, Toko mistakes the look of disappointment on her face with nervous intent. Now, if you've been paying attention to this, you'll be wondering, why would Toko attack Sakura when Chihiro left on good terms? Well, Toko is quite a pessimist compared to Chihiro's more optimistic nature, so she might assume that Sakura was lying to Chihiro to get her guard down, or something like that. So she attacks Sakura in a panic with a bottle. During she kills Sakura, she writes in Chihiro's name in a magazine, and then, in a mix of her hyperbia, stress over the fact that she thinks she killed someone, and Sakura waking up causes her to black out in shock. This causes Sakura to lift her up, not realizing that Genocide Jack is gonna wake up and hit her with another bottle, and then Genocide leaves the scene. Hino then finds Sakura injured and wants to help her, so Sakura requests that Hino go get some protein drinks for them, and Hino agrees. However, this is the final stage of Sakura's plan, as she blocks the door and drinks the final bottle of poison. Hino rushes down to give her the protein drink and realizes she can't open the door, and that Sakura was going to, or just did, kill herself. So she rushes downstairs to get Makoto and Kagiri's help. Chihiro overhears the panicking and rushes over to where they would be and recognizes their voices upstairs. Chihiro finds people panicking about Sakura, and Makoto rushes past them in order to grab a bush and then uses that to break the window to get into the room and gets it open where Sakura's dead smiling body is found. Hino cleans up from the glass in order to find the truth, and that is the truth in this case. We don't have to change much in this case, thankfully. Hina's account now has Yasuhiro changed with Chihiro, the magazine diary message has been replaced with Chihiro's name instead of Toko's, and the pocket trust has been replaced with proof outgoing, where it simply functions as Chihiro's proof that he did meet Sakura. Kiri and Makoto's alibi was Kagiri was waiting for Makoto outside the boys' toilets around the time of death, although they did not say why. Something interesting about this case, once again, Chihiro ends up being the prime suspect. This is due to his outfit change, the dying message, and the fact that he seemingly has no alibi. Although in the trial he's either going to make one up by saying he was going to train and then he got stuck talking to Kagiri for a while, and then headed to train before Makoto got back, or Kagiri's going to make one up for it. Either one works. Also, if I was writing the case, I would have Chihiro comment on the possibility of suicide during the investigation, since I thought it was pretty obvious, since there's a locked room mystery that's pointed on her leg, and she's smiling. Although that's probably just me being petty. Anyway, the trial's going to go on, and everyone discovers that Sakura didn't take her own life, and everyone agrees to vote on it, and everyone is happy. Until Monokuma announces his execution anyway, and crushes alter ego, which just sends Chihiro into a state of being really, really sad. And then Monokuma says something along the lines of this. You know, kid, you really should think about not sharing your thoughts. You know what else about Oniyo? You may not be taken by two of your friends and then destroyed, because they got a little curious about the outside world. But I already knew everything on that computer anyway. And I knew you had it, so I guess it was pointless of me to give you that open information to you. Ah, I love despair. Despair's cool. That shit.
What is it?
Oh, something like that. Then disappears. Forcing Makoto and Kagiri to reveal that they took alter ego in order to try and get information, and now Chihiro feels even worse as he feels betrayed by friends that didn't trust him with this information, and now that everything he worked so hard to do ended up being pointless. He's having a very bad day. So after what happened, Chihiro is even more depressed than he was at the beginning of chapter 3, because back then he had something to fall back on and be helpful with, and now he doesn't have that. Pretty much lost all motivation. Remember when I said earlier that his early death might have been a mercy?
You know?
That's the one I'm talking about. Paul Cinnamon Rolls. I want to hug him. Now he's stuck in his bed for days. As in the first 2-3 times events, and the initial exploration of the place is completely strict due to his crippled emotional state. Until someone comes to help him. I know this is a weird choice, but someone else lost a lot last chapter as well. Then they both appeared in chapter 4 intro screen. That's right, Ina comes to help him now. I know they don't have too much in common, but maybe having a scene of them helping each other through their emotional problems would be nice, since she could tell him more in detail about how she felt when Sakura was called being a traitor, and everyone was there for her and everyone's there for him, and this one came up right away because it's almost nighttime. Goes out and tries to reconnect with everyone in the morning. Everything goes uneventfully until the murder. So, on the night, Chihiro is woken up by a ring of his bell, by attack of all people, who tells him to head to the gym immediately. Chihiro, not questioning it, obliges. Sees Monokuma destroyed there, and Togami already brought a laptop saying, do what you need to, get as much information out of this creature before it replaces itself. Chihiro, realizing the chance of escape, does so. Honestly, the rest of the murder and traveling goes pretty much the same as it does in the main game. Like, the only real difference is that there's no chance of getting a bad ending, as Chihiro doesn't have Kagiri account, and he's the one that tells about the chickens, since I think he'd care enough about them to notice one of them disappearing. Or we most likely be happiest about Makoto surviving, apart from maybe Hina and Kagiri. I think he'd be happier than Toko by attacker, definitely. And once alter ego was shown fighting, which would make him very happy as well, because alter ego didn't have to die. As well as Makoto, he gets to live. In chapter 6, again, there's not much different here, except Chihiro helps Kagiri with her plan to save Makoto by sending her in the trash down. There's 2 free time events as the day passes for Makoto when he's in the trash, and Chihiro appears on chapter image and stuff like that. And instead of just Chihiro's notebook, it's anything else, and I mean anything else from a survivor. However, since we're here, I want to change up the final non-stop debate and change it to a scrum debate with Makoto versus everyone. Or maybe we could use this to finish off Chihiro's character development, as he wants to be strong, and BS way is to help the ultimate hope. But still, Makoto versus everyone scrum debate in him trying to get everyone's hopes back. That would be cool. That would be cool. And from this chapter, I just want Chihiro to get character development and end the game on a good note. I mean, he's already alive, so that's pretty much the best note we're gonna get. The epilogue will have everyone have character development and stuff, and you know, that'd be great. Now, we're going to talk about the future real quick, as we can talk about Danganronpa 2 a little bit. I just want to add some little background information, thanks to Chihiro surviving. Namely, having him getting alter ego back and making a new one, saying something along the lines of, I remember that all those was due to trust class 77B, so I decided the best way for them to be saved is by using the memory of their classmates to help them. After all, the Future Foundation gave them back their memories, right? So maybe Chihiro would use that to help class 77B. Just something heartwarming I thought of, I guess, you know. So let's finish this off. So overall, I think it'd be cool if it existed, although I'm pretty sure no one's asked for him for it. I think having a character that wants to be stronger throughout the game, while somewhat overdone, is still heartwarming, and Chihiro would get to survive, so that's a good thing for me. Maybe if Rainfall, it could be bad, which is why I'm not writing any fanfics or anything. Though I'm pretty sure a fanfic of does exist. And check. Anyway, did you enjoy the video and can I do anything to improve, please let me know. Thanks for watching. So I'm technically recording this after I've recorded everything else, and I don't want to re-record everything since it's like 20 minutes or so, like around 15-20 minutes for footage, and it took me like, I don't know, like 4 hours to record somehow, because I'm really bad at this and I've got a sore throat, so I'll keep this quick. Also, Chihiro needs to have a Hoge, you know, the idiot hair that everyone has. Because it's protagonist hair, he needs to have it now, because he's technically the protagonist. Okay. Thank you for this public service announcement. Okay, bye. This is unscripted. So, sorry for popping in unannounced. To be honest, this is just like an extra thoughts, extra ideas that didn't go in the script, and I didn't want to re-record everything over again. So I'm just gonna drop a few of my extra ideas down here real quick. First of all, give Chihiro more happy sprites. The kid deserves to be happy. Please. I beg you. He only has like 4 happy sprites. That's like a quarter of his sprite. Give him more happiness. Please. I'm begging you. Also, I guess I could see the downside of the game being less funny because of Yasuhiro's disappearance, so that could be a disadvantage. But apart from that, what else did I want to say? Oh no. Well, happy anniversary, Danganronpa version 3. Hope you've had a nice year. In Europe. Because that's probably no... Oh... I mean, it's kind of like if it's in Europe. Whatever. See ya!